I ain't gonna lie to you. So, oh shit. We should probably touch on this real quick. So Sauce Walka caught a body. This is what he said. Now, if you don't know, in LA, they got gun laws in LA that really prevent you from really having any type of protection. It's also emboldened criminals, that criminals know, you know, crime gets worse when punishments are soft, or they know there won't be any repercussions, right? So, of course, you're going to rob somebody midday if you have a good, strong possibility they won't have a gun, right? Or they're not allowed to have a gun. And also, if you get caught, you feel you could skate on certain things. Like, you already, like, probably a felon or some shit. Like, you don't give a fuck, right? They're doing mad crazy robberies. I've heard 10 rappers getting robbed, and every time I keep hearing that, I said, yo, why isn't this being reported for everybody? You know what they always tell me? They say, well, the robbers aren't trying to embarrass these guys. They're just trying to make money. So back in the day when a nigga took a rapper's chain and went on a tour, you know what I mean, booked a tour, you know, via WME, you know what I mean, going hood to hood, block to block, state to state. These new robbers, they'll take 10 bands out of your pocket, take your chain off your neck, but they're not going to fucking, like, put the chain on Instagram with them wearing a mask, like, yo, come get your shit back. They're not that. Not in LA. The LA niggas, and it's probably because of the pandemic, they're hungry, bro. And they're watching a lot of niggas with a lot of money flaunt. So they're just taking niggas shit. They're not trying to embarrass you. They're just taking your shit. So there's like 10 rappers I know who got robbed, but nobody talks about it. The rappers don't even come out and be like, yo, I got robbed. They just basically file insurance claim, get their jewelry back, or be like, yo, I'm upgrading, and you never see those shit. So nobody really knows publicly. Sauce Walka goes to LA, and I guess somebody tried him. And this is what he recorded a video, I guess, after the incident. Here it goes.
I really ain't want to speak on this shit, but I know it's too many young black kings and young kings out there that's being misled and misguided wrong, learning half of the game and not the whole game. So y'all need to learn from this experience that I went to tonight, because being a rapper is one of the most dangerous jobs in America, and there's a lot of young men out here that want to do this shit, but don't know everything that come with it. But I want to speak on this part right here, understand this. Everybody don't go. Everybody don't go, and everybody ain't going, and I'm one of them people that's not going. So unfortunately tonight somebody lost their life for doing something stupid. And I don't know how it happened or what was going on, but I really would like all the young black men around here to learn before all the tabloids and the bullshit and the fake stories get out there. I want y'all to learn from this experience, and I'm still standing here 10 toes down, all my jewelry and everything that I worked hard for. I don't want you to go through these dumbass situations for doing something stupid that somebody taught you or led you to do, that you can go be a king, you can go be LeBron James, you can go be a lawyer, you can go be Sauce Walka. But understand this, but being this shit right here, you live better. Hey man, I really ain't want to.
All right. Sauce Walka is so swagged up. He's doing a video, and the nigga who got clapped is laying here on the pavement with his brains leaking out, like the nigga who the baby clapped in aisle 4, the baby aisle. That nigga brains was oozing out, nigga. You feel me? Looking like a bunch of worms just oozing out, and this nigga over here making an Instagram video. These niggas are cold-hearted. I'm just telling you. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. And I made sure you really can't see the body. So I wouldn't play this otherwise. If we could, I wouldn't play it. But Say Cheese put it up on their like burner page. Yeah, this is the nigga that got clapped.
Then PPP loans ran out. We just started to hit licks. Bro, almost got caught lacking the strap, but he didn't pull out quick enough.
So by the way, you'll see a gun next to the nigga's arm.
Then PPP loans ran out. We just started.
That's a gun right here. It's a gun right here. So look like this nigga had his gun too, right? Look like it's pretty much self-defense. He probably pulled out a gun trying to take Sauce Walka chain. You know what I mean? He got put in the backwood. That's just how it go.
Hit licks. Bro, almost got caught lacking the strap, but he didn't pull out quick enough.
Yeah, shit. Man, whatever this will happen was not worth it.
Sheesh, don't kill me.
All right. Allegedly, that was the guy. Now I'm gonna be honest with you, man. The next song that nigga Sauce Walka dropped finna be fire. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I ain't gonna hold you, nigga. Nigga, I'm finna promote that shit just cause. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't support violence, especially senseless violence, but I'm gonna be honest with you. If you are someone who are preying on other people, if you a robber, you someone who just shooting indiscriminately, I support people, especially us men, being able to defend ourselves, because these days, listen, I'm a law-abiding citizen. I call the cops on you too. Don't get that fucked up. But here's the thing. I've always said, even when, I'm a licensed gun holder, I've always said, these guns ain't for me to be on no Wild Wild West shit. I don't think we about to have no Chiraqs or no. You ever see one of them Iraq war shootouts? Niggas been shooting out for 9 hours. I'm like, damn, these niggas packed lunch and they behind a sandbox. Like, all right, let's eat it real quick. We'll start shooting back at them in 15. I'm like, what the fuck? That's really just not how shit usually works. You get what I mean? Violence and a lot of times situations are swift, and a nigga like me, I'm gonna call the cops and be like, yo, this nigga's over here, he's doing this, or whatever. But the cops don't appear like genie. I've always said, shit, for any time I'll go out with people who are armed security, or if anybody in my midst has anything on them, it's for that 5 minutes before the cop get here. Because if you are imminent danger to my life, you don't want to be sitting there in a casket talking about, damn, the cops ain't get there quick enough. You rather at least try to defend yourself. So that's why, and that's where I fall on the side of this subject, where I'm hoping Sauce Walka don't get no charges, but I'm with him. Nigga try to rob you. It's L.A. We just seen Quando Rondo get shot at. Who knows if nigga was trying to shoot you, trying to take your life. Either you, some people tell me it's a security that shot him. I don't care who did. Bruh, put that nigga in a blunt. That nigga woke up, took a shower, put on his fucking Nikes, put on some socks, put on his shorts, and came out to rob niggas? All right, cool, man. Well, now you're going to be getting makeup at the fucking morgue, you dummy. Rest in piss, nigga. What the hell? I can't have sympathy for a nigga like that. I can't, bro. I can't have sympathy for a nigga like that. There's these niggas in LA, they're preying on, and I get it. Sometimes I'm like, well, they trying to rappers talk spicy too. Bro, when you start doing robbery games like that, and a nigga listen, I come from Jamaica. Street justice was always accepted when it came to robbers. We the neighborhood I came from, a lot of people didn't have jobs. We had earthly materials in terms of resources. We had orange trees, pineapple trees, sugar cane. We had pigs and goats, and we had chickens. Bro, from where I come from, you could live off that. You work your land, you make sure everything grows, you can sell your product off the land. Imagine that's your job, that's your livelihood, that's you feed yourself. You fucking wake up and a nigga that. This used to happen, right? Like, niggas will come steal your goat, your cow. Niggas will fucking come steal all the crops that you was about to sell. If you catch a nigga on your property doing some shit like that, bro, like stealing your livelihood, I'm gonna be honest, in Jamaica, I don't know if it's all the way legal, but if you left a nigga on the pavement, there's a lot of times niggas just got killed off of that shit. So the niggas who's doing all these robberies is really because they think that there's no repercussion to the robbery. They're not scared of the cops. They're also not scared of being killed. And unfortunately, when you try to rob the wrong one, you're gonna run into a Sauce Walka. Sorry, I can't feel bad for the nigga. What type of kicks was this nigga wearing? Let's go find it. Look at this nigga, man.
Then PPP loans ran out. Niggas starting to hit licks. Bro, almost got caught lacking. Strap, but he didn't pull out quick enough.
Yeah, shit, man. Whatever this will have.
He lucky. Sauce Walka should have took the shoes off his foot after he got clapped. Like, yo, you was trying to rob me, you got the worst of it. I take your shit now, nigga.
It's not worth it.
I think this is important imagery. Niggas like this, people need to realize this ain't the wave, bro. I don't ever want to promote crime, but I understand people are broken. I understand people are going to make decisions that are going to probably endanger their freedom. I'm going to be honest with y'all. If you running up on niggas with a gun, you running up on niggas trying to take shit at gunpoint in person, bro, you a dumb motherfucker in 2022, bro. I ain't say you can't do whatever. Bro, I know niggas who's just cracking cards just making money. But there's way more non-life-threatening ways you could do to get some bread. You still running down on niggas with a gun, bro, you gonna get your head blown off at one point. You know what I mean? Niggas just scamming. Like, this mad niggas scamming. There's mad niggas doing other shit to get money. Granted, it's illegal. I'm not trying to say it's positive. But, nigga, you still running in 2022 where everybody feel their life's in danger already. They can feel the sense of, you know, the disparity between the rich and the poor. Granted, some of these niggas who's doing the robberies, they think they could just prey on everybody. But not everybody's just going to let you just take their shit. And obviously, I'm not really co-signing or trying to gas up what Sauce Walka did too. Because for every Sauce Walka, we get an XXXTentacion. Niggas try to rob X. And he was like, fuck that. Now, granted, he didn't have a gun. But shit, he wasn't expecting them to shoot him. That's just a situation. I be looking at people who still, niggas who still doing breaking and enterings and like robberies like this, bro. Like, bro, you can't care about your life that much. Because there's a million ways I know niggas who get illegal money, but they're not putting their, of course, you're taking penitentiary chances. If you get caught, you're going to get sent to jail. But, bro, you go steal a nigga's chain, you go kick a nigga's door down, nigga, you got to be prepared the moment you walk out your house, he might put a fucking slug between your eyes, nigga. You might be a literally candidate for a closed casket funeral. I don't know why niggas is still doing that type of shit. And maybe I'm a little just delusional when it comes to that. I'm just saying, anytime I hear stories about a nigga going in somebody's house, that's one of the reasons I hate Rory. Because I ain't gonna lie to you. I would have made a video just like Sauce Walka with that nigga body in the back, spitting on him. I wouldn't run up on my biggest ops crib. Well, I don't do shit like that anyway. But like, when you doing shit like that, bro, bro, you're asking to die. Like, niggas can't feel bad for you. You kick a nigga door down. If you get clapped, I don't care what the scenarios. You get clapped, I'm always with the nigga who clap you. Of course, nigga. The fuck is you doing? You break into a nigga's, you trying to steal a nigga's car, anything like that, you deserve a Legos. Of course. Sauce Walka been rocking all his jewelry. Yo, that nigga told me he bought a big ass rock. He bought a big ass diamond like Uzi. You about to steal his shit? That's all I'm saying, bro. I'm fully with people protecting themselves, bro. Shout out to Gucci. No disrespect to Pookie Loc. What the fuck was you doing, nigga? All them niggas who ran up on Soulja Boy. Glad y'all niggas caught a hot one. Yo, for every sad situation we see, because let me tell you this. Let me tell you about a criminal, bro. And this is why some people be like, yo, Ak, why you so, yo, I'm heavy in the gun rights. Let me tell you about a criminal, bro. A criminal don't give a fuck about the laws. One of my brothers don't really, like, he ain't into guns like that. I got one of my other brothers in guns. But I say, yo, I got a lot of weapons. And my brother quoting some weird shit. He's like, well, you know, most of the people who have guns, they usually die at the hands of their own gun. I'm like, okay, here's the point I'm trying to tell him. I'm like, yo, listen. I think we were talking about like a mass shooting or some shit. It was something that happened in Buffalo. I said, I ain't gonna lie. If you was in that store in Buffalo, you probably would have wished you had one on you yourself too. Not saying you about to be MacGyver or like whatever, but like, damn, nigga, when you have criminals, the criminals don't, the laws only apply to the niggas who are law-abiding citizens. And usually handicaps you. There's no criminal that'd be like, oh man, New York City said no guns. I ain't gonna have no gun in New York. What the fuck? Hell no. LA got the same type of laws. You think the criminals are like, nah, I'm going to just pull up with brass knuckles to rob him for his chain because the law says no. Salute to that nigga Sauce Walka for being mature. That nigga should be dancing over that nigga body, nigga. The fuck? Anyway. Sorry. I don't like when people think bro, those are predators to society, man. You're preying upon people who have worked hard or somehow got it. it shouldn't be that easy. And what's happening in LA right now, it takes stories like this, and it's going to take a couple more bodies for these young kids, because what's happening, a lot of them are young. Let me tell you what's also happening. You have older niggas who recruit, and this is why, if you're wondering why this also happens a lot, older niggas will recruit a 17-year-old to do this shit, because if they get caught with the gun robbing somebody, if they're a juvenile, the cost or the repercussions are much less severe. So what happens is it turns to a crime ring. They do it with stolen cars too. If you notice, in any place where they're doing a lot in Houston and Atlanta right now, they're getting the young kids to do it, because if the kids get caught, they basically ain't gonna face that much punishment. But who's really planning it? It's the older niggas. You get what I mean? And really, when they're doing it, they're kind of doing it thinking there's zero repercussions. Sorry. We should be happy that Sauce Walka alive. And by the way, Sauce Walka, I might need to come get that interview. I need to, like, no Vlad shit, but I need to play-by-play. That's all I'm saying. All right, yo,